Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we are back with more Congressional donors. This time it is part 33. I do have as always, my notebook with me. But let's hop into this. First person we're going to talk about today is Virginia Foxx. She's 77-year-old and represents the 5th District of North Carolina. She is a Republican and is serving her 8th term in the U.S. House of Representatives. Graduated with a AB from the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Graduated with a MACT from the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Graduated with an EDD from the University of North Carolina in Greensboro, North Carolina. She was an instructor at Caldwell Community College in Hudson, North Carolina, an instructor at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, an assistant dean at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, president of Mayland Community College in Spruce Pine, North Carolina, was a landscape nursery owner, the deputy secretary for management in North Carolina's Department of Administration, a member of the Watauga County, North Carolina Board of Education, a member of the North Carolina State Senate before finally being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Her House committees are the Committee for Education and the Workforce, of which she's a ranking member, and the Committee for Oversight and Government Reform. Now, her top 5 individual donors. Number 1, S&B Engineers and Constructors. Offers pilot plant design, analysis, project management, procurement, and productivity assessments. And they serve refining, petrochemical, power, and infrastructure industries in the U.S. and in India. And they're headquartered in Houston, Texas. They donated $21,200. Number 2, Affinity Living Group, a nursing home and long-term care facility based in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And they donated $16,300. Number 3, Randy Marion Automotive Group, automotive retailer based in Mooresville, North Carolina, who donated a total of $13,800. Number 4, Truist Financial, an American bank holding company made from the merger of BB&T and SunTrust Banks. They're headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina, and donated $13,500. And number 5, Monroe College, who donated $12,250. Now, her top 5 industry donors. Number 1, Retired, who altogether donated $167,769. Number 2, Education, who altogether donated $152,851. Number 3, Securities and Investment, who altogether donated $88,643. Number 4, Insurance, who altogether donated $72,706. And number 5, Real Estate, who altogether donated $48,893. And once again, that was Virginia Foxx of North Carolina. Next person we're going to talk about is Lois Frankel. She is 72-year-old and represents the 21st District of Florida. She is a Democrat and serving her 4th term in the U.S. House. She graduated with a BA from Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts, graduated with a JD from Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., was a private practice lawyer, a member of the Florida State House of Representatives, the mayor of West Palm Beach, Florida, had an unsuccessful candidacy for the U.S. Congress before finally being elected to the United States House of Representatives. Her House committees are the Committee for Appropriations. Now, her top 5 individual donors. Number 1, Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, the largest wine and spirits distributor in the U.S., headquartered in Miami, Florida. They donated $27,400. Number 2, Fangel Corp. Operates farms that produce sugar, cane, and beet products, headquartered in West Palm Beach, Florida. They donated $22,400. Number 3, Pro-Israel America PAC. No real information on it is found. They donated $19,800. Number 4, Tate Development, a real estate company headquartered in Indonesia. They donated $14,000. And number 5, Therapeutics MD, a specialty pharmaceutical company focused on creating safe and effective branded and generic prescription and over-the-counter products targeted exclusively for women. The company develops 3 advanced hormone replacement products designed to alleviate the symptoms of and reduce the health risks resulting from menopause-related hormone deficiencies, and are headquartered in Boca Raton, Florida. They donated $13,900. Now, her top 5 industry donors. Number 1, Retired, who altogether donated $238,025. Number 2, Real Estate, who altogether donated $132,719. Number 3, Lawyers and Law Firms, who altogether donated $87,094. Number 4, Securities and Investment, who altogether donated $61,322. And number 5, Public Sector Unions, who altogether donated $54,005. And once again, that was Lois Sprinkle of Florida. Next person we're going to talk about is Marcia L. Fudge. She's 68-year-old and represents the 11th District of Ohio. She is a Democrat and serving her 7th term in the U.S. House, also her last term, as she was picked to be Biden's Housing and Urban Development Secretary. So she graduated with a BS from Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Graduated with a JD from Cleveland Marshall College of Law at Cleveland State University in Cleveland, Ohio. Was a private practice lawyer, director of the Cuyahoga County, Ohio Prosecutor's Office, director of the Cuyahoga County, Ohio Budget Commission, director of the Cuyahoga County, Ohio Personal Property Tax Department, a staff member of U.S. Representative Stephanie Tubbs Jones of Ohio, mayor of Warrensville Heights, Ohio, elected to the U.S. House by special election to fill the vacancy left by the death of Stephanie Tubbs Jones, and reelected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Now, her House committees are the Committee on Administration, the Committee on Agriculture, and the Committee on Education and the Workforce. Now, her top 5 individual donors. Number 1, Laborers Union, also known as the Laborers International Union of North America. It is an American and Canadian labor union with around 500,000 members and headquartered in Washington, D.C. It donated $15,000. Number 2, the Teamsters Union, a labor union in the U.S. and Canada that represents a diverse membership of blue-collar and professional workers in the public and private sectors, also based in Washington, D.C. They donated $11,100. Number 3, the Machinists Aerospace Workers Union. The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers is an AFL-CIO CLC trade union representing approximately 646,933 workers in mostly the U.S. and Canada. They donated $10,000. Number 4, the National Association of Letter Carriers, an American labor union representing non-rural carriers employed by the U.S. Postal Service, and they donated $10,000. And number 5, the Farm Credit Council, the National Trade Association of the Farm Credit System, who donated $10,000. I do have to congratulate her for having all these labor unions as donors for her top 5 individual donors. Now, her top 5 industry donors is number 1, building trade unions, who donated a total of $49,500. Number 2, public sector unions, who donated a total of $49,000. Number 3, industrial unions, who donated a total of $45,000. Number 4, insurance, who donated a total of $35,518. And number 5, transportation unions, who donated a total of $31,600. And once again, that was Marcia Fudge of Ohio. Next person we're talking about is Russ Fulcher. He's 58-year-old and he represents the 1st District of Idaho. He is a Republican and is serving his first term in the U.S. House of Representatives. Graduated with a B.S. from Boise State University in Boise, Idaho. Graduated with an MBA from Boise State University in Boise, Idaho. Was a businessman, a realtor, member of the Idaho State Senate, had an unsuccessful candidacy for governor of Idaho, a delegate to the Republican National Convention, a second unsuccessful candidacy for governor of Idaho, before finally being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. His House committees are the Committee on Natural Resources and the Committee on Education and the Workforce. His top 5 individual donors: number 1, the House Freedom Fund, a group to help get conservatives elected to Congress. They donated $16,850. Number 2, the Freedom Fund, an international nonprofit organization dedicated to identifying and investing in the most effective frontline efforts to end slavery. And they donated $10,000. Number 3, the Majority Committee PAC, Political Action Committee, but little else found. They donated $10,000. Number 4, AgriBeef, a company that raises cattle and processes beef and is based in Boise, Idaho. They donated $10,000. And number 5, Berkshire Hathaway, an American multinational conglomerate holding company headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska. They donated $9,500. Now, his top 5 industry donors. Number 1, Leadership PACs, who altogether donated $51,300. Number 2, Electric Utilities, who altogether donated $33,000. Number 3, Crop Production and Processing, who altogether donated $27,500. Number 4, Forestry and Forest Products, who altogether donated $27,000. And number 5, Republican Conservative Groups, who altogether donated $22,650. And once again, that was Russ Fulcher of Idaho. Last person we're going to talk about today is Tulsi Gabbard. She is 39-year-old and represents the 2nd District of Hawaii. She is a Democrat and serving her 4th and final term in the U.S. House of Representatives as she retired. Well, will be retiring at the end of the term from the U.S. Congress. She graduated with a BSBA from Hawaii Pacific University in Honolulu, Hawaii, was a member of the Hawaii State House of Representatives, a member of the Hawaii Army National Guard, of which she is still a member, a staff member for Senator Daniel Kahikina Akaka of Hawaii, a member of the Honolulu, Hawaii City Council, before finally being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Her House committees are the Committee for Armed Forces and the Committee for Financial Services. Now, her top 5 individual donors. Number 1, Deshpande Incorporated, a real estate company based in Orlando, Florida. And they donated $13,600. Number 2, Children's Dentistry. There's so many entries that were just Children's Dentistry, this. I was unable to really identify it. They donated $5,400. Number 3, the University of Texas, who altogether donated $2,054. Number 4, Blue Owl LLC, an IT services company based in San Francisco, California. They donated $2,000. And number 5, Buffalo Niagara Retina, optometrist based in Williamsville, New York. And they donated $2,000. Oddly enough, I wasn't able to find industry donors for her, but that's, once again, Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii. I will, as always, have the sources listed in the description below the video. But as always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. But until next video, I'll see you all next time. Until then, later.